We did what we supposed to do. We got Kamala out the paint. We got the Democrats out the paint, as we were supposed to, because they was playing with us. But understand, because I know some people are starting to really fall down that rabbit hole of this all about Trump and it's Black Lives MAGA, and don't do that, family. I promise you that's not the move. Strategically, we did what we had to do to make sure that the Democrats lost this election so we could show them that we mean business. It does not mean that we are Republicans or that we support Trump. It does not mean Trump is looking out for us in any kind of way. There are going to be some things that he does that'll probably be beneficial. But overall, just understand Trump is about Trump. Understand that the administration that is in play right now, they're not playing no games. They don't care about their own supporters. They damn sure don't care about us. They're gonna get that dollar. They're gonna run game, and they're gonna be a bully pulpit. They're gonna bully game as much as they can. That is what they're going to do. That is in part what I'm going to talk to you about. But I do want to give you some game though, because you can prosper during a Trump administration if you know how. I'm gonna be real with you. Some of the things he's gonna do is gonna be straight fuckery. He's going to be looking out for the large corporation and his billionaire cronies, and namely, first and foremost, himself. Let's just be real. He only ran so he could avoid going to prison for those felonies. That's why he ran, and so he can make money. Now, the good thing is we're not in the situation that some of these folks are in. Let me go to my TikTok real quick. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me go ahead and show this for a minute. Let's go to the TikTok. I just dropped this video a couple hours ago for Donald Trump.
Maybe today the Cubans are fucking around and finding out because Trump has moved to end refugee resettlement and parole for Cubans, Haitians, and Venezuelans. The parole program had allowed more than 530,000 migrants from the 4 countries, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, to temporarily immigrate to the U.S. throughout the Biden administration through a sort of digital queue called the CBP One app. Trump has terminated the CBP One program effective immediately, which means that tens of thousands of people that were waiting on their immigration appointments have lost them. And migrants from all over across the southern border are now at the border feeling the motherfucking pain. So Latinos who voted for this man, where y'all at?
Where y'all at? Y'all at home now. Look, let's just be real. Like I said, some of the things that he does will benefit us. We do know that migrants have been used to undermine us and to flood our cities. And it has not been, a good situation for us. It has not benefited us at all. This is no hate towards anybody that's trying to get to a better place, but let's just be real. It doesn't benefit us. And when they come in our communities and they come around us, they typically undermine us or have some type of contempt for us. So get them out of here. Get the Haitians, get all these cats that shouldn't be here out the game. I'm okay with that. That will benefit. It will free up resources that should be ours. And it will get some of these tethers who are very disrespectful and hateful towards us out the paint. I'm not mad at that. And look, they voted for it. They wanted it. Like, remember how much big shit they were talking there, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that Trump didn't mean them. And we're laughing at them like, okay, we're about to see. We're about to see. But like I said, even though there will be some things that we may benefit directly or indirectly from, let's not think that this administration came to really usher in a golden era, a golden era for us. Now, there's ways that we can maneuver. Look, you have to just play the game like they play the game. If you want to be prosperous during a Trump presidency, you better try to think like a wealthy person. You better try to make the kind of moves that wealthy people make, even though you don't have the type of wealth that they have. But you still can do certain things. You better be investing. Hopefully you have a good job that's not going to be vulnerable. Hopefully you got a side hustle. Hopefully you know how to invest. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a little free game. And you'll understand why I say this later, if you don't already. Seeing that we have an Elon Musk rubbing shoulders with Trump and basically bought the election for him, you would think that anything that's associated with Elon Musk would probably do okay. You would think that Tesla as a stock will probably do well. Get it. I would get it. I did get it. You know what I'm saying? Dogecoin probably do all right. Bitcoin will probably do all right. Different real estates and different things that are, just pay attention to what the administration is saying and doing and what they're connected to, what businesses they're connected to, besides this scam coin I'm about to show you about Trump. But you have to be able to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? And codification and coming together is going to be of the utmost importance. Understand what we did is we made a strategic move. Because to be honest with you, Kamala Harris would have been better in the short term for us. I'm just keeping it real. I'm saying this now because at least now no one can say that I'm sitting here trying to cape for Kamala and run interference on what the movement is. So I'm going to say it now. And I think I said it then. She would have been a better option in the short term, meaning that the things that her and Tim Walz would have done based on Tim Walz's record as a governor would have been way more beneficial in the next 4 years. The problem is strategically in the long term, it would have gave the Democrats permission to continue playing games with us and not address us directly. And for them to continue to think they're just going to get our blind support and all they have to do is throw Meg Thee Stallion somewhere on a concert and, you know what I'm saying, tell us we ain't black if we don't vote for them and all that kind of bullshit. We had to shake up the game and let them know that we can do without them and we'll let them burn. Trump being elected was us saying we don't care how bad the other side is. We're not fucking with the Democrats this time around, just to let them know that we don't have to. Just to let them know that we will make that stand. That's how drastic and deep it was for us to either not vote or vote for Trump. It was us saying, like, we don't care about the scare tactics. We don't care about you trying to browbeat us into voting for Democrats. We don't care about the cronies and the shills that you send at us. We don't care about none of that. They have no influence on us. We had to make that move. But that don't mean it's all sweet. Let me show you something, man. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to read a couple articles. I'm going to explain it to you just so you'll understand. And even though this is going to be mostly centered around cryptocurrency and this diabolical crypto scheme that Trump is a part of, that Trump is heading, even though it's centered around that, just understand what it implies. That if Trump is willing to scam his own hardcore followers out of billions of dollars, and he can't even wait till he's in office to do it. He did it 2 days before he was in office. If he is that thirsty to run game and to run con and chicanery on his supporters, what do you think he's going to do while he's in the White House? Let's just be real about it. Let's go.
We recently reported on government advisor Elon Musk exploiting his role to promote the crypto he owns. What you're looking at is part of our coverage on that previously. He named his government group after his cryptocurrency coin, which is named after a dog, which is why you see that image on screen when we reported on it.
All right, so that, to be clear, let me show you something. Let me show you something I shared on Facebook the other day. All right, here we go. Look. This is actually an official government seal. This is actually an official Department of Government Efficiency. That's the name of the department that they made up for Elon to run. And I remember, you know, when they came up with this idea? When Elon Musk interviewed Donald Trump on Twitter months ago. That's when, like, they actually made the agreement that if he wins, Trump was going to give Elon Musk a department to run. And Elon Musk, it was his idea. And he named what it was. And he just happened to name it Department of Government Efficiency. Why? Because that acronym is Doge, D-O-G-E, which is a famous meme coin, meaning it has no utility. It has no real value. It's just hype that pumps it up. It's a coin. It's a cryptocurrency that he owns the majority of. He's pumped and dumped it before. He's used Twitter as a way to promote this coin before to get it to pump before he liquidates. This is what he does. So just understand the implications of a government agency being named after a cryptocurrency, and the agency is being headed by Musk, who is the biggest holder of this cryptocurrency. Like, they're playing in our faces with this. They're letting you know this is a money grab, that they're just really playing games. It's shenanigan and chicanery at its finest. It's diabolical. Nasty work. Nasty work, gang. I'm just letting you know that is an actual official. Like, that's official. That was on the actual website. Department of Government Efficiency. The people voted for major reform. That is Dogecoin's logo, dog. That is crazy. That's the official website of the United States government. All right. Pay attention, man. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, y'all. Buckle up. Be ready. Let me see where we at, man. Let's be showing something else. Yeah, let's get back to this. Let's get back to it. All right. I just wanted to show you though, just so you can understand what's really going on right now.
Which is really no different than trying to rename a government department after Coke or Tesla. I mention that because now Musk's taxpayer-funded .gov website for his Trump policy group promotes the same crypto coin. Again, you see a different version of that dog. So day one, Donald Trump's chosen advisor, Elon Musk, is taking your taxpayer dollars and promoting his crypto businesses, stuff that he owns. He owns some of that. And the product.
He owns the majority of Dogecoin. And Dogecoin is a shitty coin, just to be real. Like, I'm not saying you listen. Here's the thing: even when it comes to shitty cryptos, meme coins, pump and dumps, you can make money if you know how. If you're new, you're going to lose 99% of the time. If you don't really understand the game, you're going to lose 99% of the time. But if you're clever, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to play the game, you can make some money. I made money off of Doge last bull cycle. And right now we're in the middle of a bull cycle. So I would still assume that there's upside for Dogecoin. We haven't even peaked in this bull cycle yet. According to historical pattern, that's a whole different part of the game. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you can't benefit from this. I would say stay away from it if you don't really know anything about crypto. But this is definitely a play that these billionaire cronies in the White House are making to fatten their pockets. Like, understand, these plays they're making are not for you to benefit. They're for them to benefit. A lot of people have made the mistake to think that they're doing these things to help you. No, they're not at all. It doesn't mean you can't benefit. I'm saying that is not their purpose. And because that solely is not their purpose, more people are going to get faded and wrecked than not. That's all I'm saying.
Which is a crypto coin with this dog here, has nothing to do with cutting government spending or anything related. He's not even pretending. It's just a blatant grift. And we documented that then. Trump is clearly now echoing this approach. He's just launched a new digital currency, which may show where some of his focus has been, even as he begins the big job of president. And this is a big deal. This is not just some sort of side concern or like selling, T-shirts and merchandise. We are in kind of the Trump honeymoon period here. We are on, the first full day, and yet the conservative Murdoch-owned Wall Street Journal already blowing the whistle, noting Trump benefits directly from the sale of these new crypto tokens, while setting the very federal policies that affect how these crypto markets are valued and regulated. So for a financial publication and its readers in Wall Street, that's an obvious conflict of interest, even if you like other policies of the incoming president. As for Donald Trump, before I tell you more about this coin and how it affects you and how they're using taxpayer dollars to line their own pockets, remember, Donald Trump has been a longtime critic of these digital.
Now, look, just to be transparent, we know that MSNBC, they're definitely not pro-Trump. They're definitely DNC Democratic shills as far as, media platforms go. I understand that. But what he's saying isn't incorrect. And as somebody who understands crypto very deeply and has for years, and blockchain, and I understand, the nuances of all this. I've experienced in it, not just like book studying it. And no, I'm experienced in it. Okay. I've coded on blockchain. I've traded coins and held coins and flipped cars off of coins. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this crypto, and I know how to decipher and to discern what's going on. I know how to understand. I understand how to study the metrics of the coin, which we'll get into in a minute, of why this coin is 100% scam. Just like Dogecoin is hella risky, and it's almost a scam. Elon Musk didn't create Dogecoin. He just happens to own the vast majority of it. And you can check these kind of things with blockchain analytical tools to see, like, okay, 80% of these coins are owned by one person. You can see these kind of things. And that's kind of how Dogecoin is, and that's definitely how this Trump coin is. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let Duke cook a little bit.
Digital currency operations. He's dubbed them scams.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I don't like.
This is these are things that Donald Trump has said over the years, like when he was president and stuff. These are different. These are his opinions on crypto up until he decided that he could benefit off of crypto.
Like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Potentially a disaster waiting to happen. They may be fake. Who knows what they are? I'm a big fan of the dollar. I'm a big fan of our currency, and I don't want to have other currencies coming out and hurting or demeaning the dollar.
I think it's a very dangerous thing.
That was when he was president. And I remember covering this because this is when I had Crypt Talk podcast before my channel, my first crypto channel got taken down. And I was reporting on these kind of things. Right? He was doing things to try to make crypto go away. I remember reporting on these kind of things. I remember reporting on and using some of these very clips. He was very anti-crypto. What happened is, not only did the crypto brothers give him millions of dollars for his campaign, but he made an NFT and made a lot of money off it. Then his wife made an NFT and made money off it. They had different kind of things going on. Their sons got involved. And as you know now, he's dropped a meme coin and he's made billions of dollars off. 90% of his wealth now is because of the coin he just dropped Saturday. Think about that. This dude was already a billionaire, right? Multi-billionaire, ex-president. Now within 2 days, 90% of his wealth is because of a meme coin. He drops a meme coin Saturday, and by Monday, 90% of his wealth is because of that meme coin. That is diabolical. That's unprecedented behavior. I'm not even mad at it. Honestly, I'm not. I got a little bit of it. I made a couple dollars off it. I'm not mad at it. For most people, it's going to be disastrous. The implications of it and what it really is straight connery. It is straight scammery. That's what it is. From the president of the United States in ways we've never seen. Look, all these politicians are dirty. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying he's the dirtiest one, and he's the one that's more blatant and brazen about it. That's why they want to get him out the paint. Stop thinking that it's because he's going to expose some secret things and he's just really such a writer for the people. That's not why they wanted to get him out the paint. I promise you. It's because he's blown up the spot. It's because he's so brazen. It's because he's so selfish that he threatens to implode the whole system. You have to understand, these cats have been running this game. He's a new money nigga. His family just got rich a couple generations ago. But these Anglos that's been in the game for centuries, and these 2939s, or as some people would call small hats, or as some people would call yeah. So according to them, it's like, he's kind of getting in the way, right? He's getting in the way because if he's so brazen and sloppy with it, it's gonna let the whole world know. It's gonna let the public know. Like all these cats are greedy. All these cats are scamming. All these cats are con artists. All these cats are criminals. That's why they wanted to get him out. Let me put it like this. And I'm only saying this just so you could be objective and so people don't just fall for the fugazi, man. We're not supposed to be riding for any of these cats because none of them have said specifically they're going to do something for us. Yes, we're supposed to politic. We're supposed to play the game strategically. We're supposed to get what we can get from either of them. We're supposed to set examples when we can, like we did to the Democrats in this election cycle. But we're not supposed to be falling in love and just jumping on a plantation again. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. So I'm just going to tell you the truth. I know some of y'all that's really got a hard on for Trump are going to feel some kind of weight. I don't care. I'm the B1 truth bomber. That's my job, is to bomb you with the truth, whether you like it or not. But anyway, this is really why they don't really like Trump like that. This is like what started it when he was in office. Let me give you this example. Any of y'all ever see the movie Goodfellas? Remember in Goodfellas, they pulled that heist, that bank heist? They pulled the bank heist. Who was it? Jimmy, played by Robert De Niro. He was holding the money. He gave a little bit out. They had a little Christmas party. These niggas started pulling up with brand new Cadillacs and fur coats and Rolex watches and just hella dripped and all that shit. And he was like, yo, what are you doing? I told you to lay low. Don't buy anything new. You're going to blow up the spot. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Jimmy. I was just going to tell my people that I'm just going to say that it was a gift for my wedding and all this bullshit. Next thing you know, they ended up missing. They ended up dead. They ended up freezing and meat hooked up and shot in the, they ended up, they got that work. He had to get rid of them. Why did he get rid of them? He didn't get rid of them because they were criminals and he just couldn't stand the fact that these were bank robbers. They were all criminals. They all were in the scheme together. He got rid of them because they were going to blow up the spot. They were going to make the spot hot. They were going to bring heat to the whole crew and it would have shut down the whole organization. That's what they don't like about Trump. Because he's so selfish and brazen with his criminalistic activities that he's going to make it so obvious. And he's already called it out like, yeah, I've bribed these cats before. So he's going to make it so obvious that everyone's going to turn on the system in general as a whole. Because if he is that brazen as a president, everyone's going to assume that all of them are really that dirty. So he threatens the longevity of the systematic con job that has been going on for centuries. And most of us as FBA, we already know this. Like, it's not no question, but for the majority society, for the new immigrants, for the white people who are just brainwashed into thinking America the beautiful and it's so great and it's so perfect. And when we bomb countries, it's okay. But when they bomb, it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? If the masses understand that, next thing you know, there's a revolution. I'm not even saying it has to be a bloody revolution. There's a revolution of political means, meaning people vote all of them out the game. There's a revolution of economic means, meaning people might say, I ain't paying taxes just for you guys to get this money. Listen, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's the richest dude in the world. Do you know that a significant portion of his money comes from subsidies? What are subsidies, Jay? Oh, subsidies. It's just a fancy word for taxpayer money. It's a fancy way of saying the government gives them our money to prop up their business. I believe the Black Authority did, he mentioned this in one of his latest broadcasts. Yeah, so literally when you cash your check, when you look at your check stub and you see the taxes that are taken out, you can just chalk up some of that tax money as in going directly in Elon Musk's pocket. But you shouldn't be surprised at that because, listen, I don't even think there's a white self-made billionaire in America. These white billionaires in America are not self-made. They all were born with the bag. They came in the game rich. All of us are self-made billionaires. Ain't nobody got no generational wealth. on our side of the game. Very few, I should say, because they made sure that we couldn't do that. So what I'm saying is, when you have someone like Trump, he threatens to disturb that, because if people, and he's not doing it on purpose, like he's not trying to expose this, he's just so greedy and selfish and short-sighted that he's making these moves that are blatantly, scams, blatantly con. That's all he knows. That's how his family came up. His grandpa came up from pimping in the Prohibition days, gave that money to his dad, who invested in real estate, very smart, legitimized it. And then he gave Trump $500 million just to start off the game when he became an adult. So Trump doesn't know anything else besides criminal shit, because his dad, even though he was in real estate, legit, as I said, but he wasn't legit shit. So he doesn't know any other way. He couldn't act like a normal human being. He couldn't act like anything else but he is the manifestation of white privilege. Donald Trump is the manifestation. Elon Musk is the manifestation. If they were black, they would not be known. A black Donald Trump could not be president. A 34-time convicted felon who has done 90 plus crimes that we know about, that they charged him with, could never be president. He would be in jail, under the jail. Elon Musk is not a genius. He just hijacks people's ideas, and then he gets funded by the government to the tunes of tens of billions of dollars. Plus, his dad was already rich before they left South Africa. White privilege. So that's what I'm saying. He's disturbing the game. But anyway, let's get back to this cooking, man. Let's get back to this. We're going to break it down. We're going to go a little bit further, man. We're going to take our time with this one, because I know it's been a minute. Happy New Year, by the way. Should have said that to start it off, right? Happy New Year, by the way. It's been a minute. I got some other, I got other videos, man, I got to lace y'all with. But we're going to just go ahead and knock the rust off, knock the dust off a little bit, oil some of these squeaky wheels, and get the business with this one. We're going to slow cook it, though. We're going to slow cook it.
Again, quoting Donald Trump, it's dangerous, it's a scam, and it hurts or competes with the United States dollar. On that last point, there are many people involved with traditional currency in the U.S. Treasury who agree with that concern. And now he's president, where he's supposed to be focused on helping you, the country, as he said in the address yesterday, and of course, the United States Treasury and the dollar. And yet he has just launched, coming into this weekend, this unregulated Trump digital coin. It is his own cryptocurrency. They're selling it as kind of the official one, although there's more than one Trump-related coin. I can get to that.
There's a lot of different Trump coins on the market. Not necessarily that he created, though. Like anyone can create a coin on any blockchain. You can create a coin. I can create a coin. Anyone can. That's not to say that maybe his kids haven't made a couple coins here and just didn't say anything publicly about it. That's possible. But all the different Trump coins, like if you're in a crypto game, pretty much every blockchain. Cardano has some Trump coins. Solana, which is where he launched his, has hundreds of Trump coins. There's all kinds of different Trump meme coins. This is just the one that he said is mine. Everybody buy this shit. Blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of them.
This is a cryptocurrency product that people can buy and sell. And again, if you buy at one price and sell at another, a lot of the money, the value is coming from people investing in this, whether they're Trump fans or people who want to curry favor with him and his team. And people could lose a lot of money on this as well.
That's another part of the game. So one of the videos I'm going to do, it's going to be called We Follow the Code, something like that. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be responding to, and please no one take this as a disrespect to Jason Black, the Black Authority, but I am going to respond to a dialogue that we had on Facebook in regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And one of the things that he said, which is true, but I understand why he's against it, why he's not for it, and why he thinks it's all a scam. It's not all a scam. But honestly, a lot of it is. It's not what its purpose is. It's not what it all is. It's not what. That's not the speculative nature. Isn't even the best part of blockchain. But there is a lot of scams. A lot of people do scam using cryptocurrency. A lot of those NFTs, quiet as kept, they're used to money launder. Okay, I got 10 bricks. I don't want the cash. That's just too much cash to have. It's hard to. I'm gonna make an NFT. I'm gonna sell it to you. I'm gonna put it on sale for $100,000. You buy the NFT, and then those bricks will be delivered. Just like that. Money laundering. Oh, I got this NFT. I'm a president. I got this NFT. I got these NFTs that are going for $500,000. If you buy that and you show me that you bought it, well, now we could do business. President Blasey Blah of this other country that wants to do business with the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there is a lot of things like that. Oh, what, you want to contribute to my campaign with some dark money that nobody knows about? Buy $1 million worth of my Trump coin. It's under the radar. You can't really prove shit, but I'll know it because you'll show me the confirmation that, ooh, blah, blah. That's simple. There's a lot of different game that's being ran, and these meme coins are pumping dumps. Like the Hot Tour girl ran off with like 50 mil. She didn't run off with all of it. The developers probably got most of it, and they gave her a fat little slice just to use her face. But that's just how the game goes. So there is a lot of scam chicanery that goes on in the crypto world. Not to say that it's all like that inherently. It's just that it's you have to understand when it comes to this crypto and blockchain, you got to hold your own nuts. So you have to be responsible for your bag. It's not insured. You have to be responsible for holding your own bag, for not making the dumb moves. There's no refunds. So if you get caught up in the sauce because you're doing too much, that's on you. You get caught up in these blockchain streets and you get done bad, well, a fool and their money will soon part, as they say. So you have to know what you're doing. This is why I never tell people buy this, buy that. I say study it. Once you study it, you'll understand it, you'll learn it, you'll know it enough to be able to make your own decisions and to be able to actually maneuver within some of these protocols because it's not like traditional finance. But anyway, let's get back to the cooking.
It's a big story.
The Prophet President, Donald Trump, cashes in on his own crypto coin.
Trump profiting from all these schemes in office, from the Middle East apartment towers to the trash coin Ponzi-like schemes that he's launching.
I literally bought $1 million worth of Trump like 30 minutes ago. We're already up $195,000.
The coin reached $9 billion in market value over the weekend, but faces scrutiny over a lack of investor transparency.
Trump launching his very own meme coin wasn't crazy enough. 4 hours ago, Melania Trump just did the same.
Donald, how come only you get to scam people? I want to scam too. Make me scam coin, Donald. That's basically what happened. Right? So here's what Trump did. He launched this coin. It ran up to 15 billion market cap. Then it plummeted. It's still up there. It's actually not even sitting too bad considering like anytime a project launches, it's going to pop and then drop. So considering that, but he has like a 3 or 4 year plan with this coin, according to what he said on the website and all that. But here's the thing. 80% of those coins are owned by him and his cronies. 80%. Let's talk about it. 80% of the coins created are him and his cronies, or as he calls, owned by executives, which means him and his cronies. 10% is in liquidity. That way it's tradable on the market. And then the other 10% is open for the public, meaning that we can go and purchase. So that means as we purchase and we keep adding to the market cap and collectively the whole world or the whole country adds billions of dollars to the market cap, he owns 80%. He could just liquidate and sell enough of those to get his money. Then it plummets the price, which is exactly what happened during the inauguration. Like he launched it on Saturday. By Monday, diabolical. Like he couldn't even wait for the first day to be over in his new presidency before he start ripping off his own supporters. What do you think he's going to do to the country? What do you think he's going to do while he's in office with the most billionaires ever in administration? Come on. He couldn't even wait. What that means is that was his purpose. He had two purposes for running for president: stay out of jail to be able to pardon himself and pardon all of his thugs that ransacked the Capitol building. He gave them all pardons, which I get it. Strategically, militaristically, yeah. These niggas went to bat for you. They went hard in the paint for you. Who cares if they killed a couple police? They did it for you. Let them out. That lets everybody else know, like, hey, when you ride with Trump, you know what I'm saying, you're good. You're Gucci. You're good money. That's actually gangster. Honestly. It's no less than gangster. And I don't even say that with hyperbole. I say that literally. I say that in the most sincere way I can say that. I say that as gangster on the highest level that gangsterism is played is what that move was. You gotta dab him out to that. You gotta pop the collar to that. You gotta, salute him. He's the president. And his second reason, first one was to stay out of jail. Second one was to milk the cow. Yeah, all that. Yeah, we're gonna make America first, and we're gonna do. That's cap. He doesn't care about that. Most of his followers don't care about that. They don't care about that. They care about white supremacy. They don't care if America burns to the ground. They don't care if the Constitution gets violated. They don't care about none of that as long as white supremacy is maintained. They don't really care about the Constitution and all that shit. They don't. They don't really care about America, United States of America, like that. They don't. Remember, a lot of these guys they're neo-Nazis. They're Confederates. The Confederates went to war against America. They don't care about America. They care about white supremacy. So he couldn't even wait. This is what he wanted to do. All of the moves that he's making is exactly what he wanted to do. He put people in positions on purpose. How can we milk this cow? How can we become he doesn't want Elon Musk to be the richest. He wants to be the richest. He wants to leave the White House with $1 trillion. And in order to do that, he does not mind ripping off and scamming his own people. So he doesn't mind ripping off and scamming the country. And he damn sure doesn't mind ripping and scamming and lying and fucking over us. Let's just be real. I'm only saying this because I don't want y'all niggas falling in love with Trump like I see some of y'all doing. Let's not do that. Let's be objective. Let's understand this is politics. This ain't emotions. We made the move we had to make because we had to make that move. We felt we had to make that move. But the move is not to fall in love and to get, in the sunken place on the Republican plantation. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Let's just be clear about that.
It'll go up and it'll go down, but also it is a central clearing station for bribery.
The Trump coin is worth $38 with a valuation of about $7 billion today. That is essentially cut in half from yesterday's peak $75 and $14 billion valuation. Volatile and risky.
Very volatile. It is illegal for politicians to take too much money in campaign contributions or to ever take direct gifts in exchange for what they do in office. You heard a former Trump aide there refer to the risk of bribery. When you look at the price, Trump dropped the coin Friday. It went up very high to 75. It's now dropped to 41. At one point, Trump's crypto holdings were roughly maybe up to 89% of his net worth, although it's hard to get exact figures.
Look at that.
Figures from him on that. Trump.
All right, so this is Trump's net worth: $3 billion in other assets. DJT, that's the stock. You can get that on Coinbase. Actually, that's his media company stock. I guess it's connected to Truth Social or whatever. I think was that $5 billion?
Trump was also asked about
$5 billion, $57 billion because of this coin. And I don't think it's that now because I think that the market cap now is only around 6 or 7 billion. Last time I checked. Matter of fact, we can check it right now. We can check it. The market cap right now is 7 billion. Right? It got as high as 7 or 50 or so billion. It's down 65% in volume, 15% for the day. So you understand, like, this is Trump's money. And remember, they already liquidated like 40 billion. Now, does he have complete access to it? Who knows? Probably. Yes, I would say. But he's not just getting paid off that. Remember, I told you 10% of that went to liquidity, meaning he's providing the liquidity for the trading pairs. This is going to be over some of you guys' head. But in a nutshell, what that means is every time people trade the coin, he's also getting paid. And when I checked the records, because I did a video on this yesterday on my crypto channel, he made 50 million just off the trade, just off the trading volume, just off of the trading fees. When you trade the coin, it costs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're trading $1,000 worth, it might cost you a couple bucks, whatever. It's on Solana, so it's cheap to trade, it's fast to trade, but there's still fees, associated with just doing the transaction. So just off of that alone, he's made 50 million plus. Well, that was yesterday, so now it's definitely higher than that. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, he's milking the game, man. He's doing what he do. And like I said, I ain't really even mad at it, but just understand what it implies. That we're dealing with a president that's willing to do this. So don't start getting sprung thinking that what he is doing is really to put America first and to put Americans first. That's not what his game is. He is going to do everything he can, including cut different government. Yeah, he cut the DEI. I don't care about that. He's gonna do some other chicanery. And if he really does those tariffs, and listen, most of the stuff that he said he's gonna do, he said he was gonna do. Most of the bullshit that he has planned, it's already been written. So no surprise. Like, don't be surprised. I know they were trying to scare us with the Project 25 and all that, but Project 25 is a real thing. Let's just not don't get it twisted. It's a real thing. They will push as much as they can. No one's going to go against Trump. He has the House, the Senate. He has a mandate because of how much he won the election. Even though, no, I believe it was Fugazi. I 100% believe it was Fugazi, but he has the optics of, look, I won by this many damn votes. Anything I do is golden. Plus, he only surrounds himself with people who's going to do what he says. No one's going to go against him. All those, when I was on Twitter, and some of the tethers were like, he can't really do that because the guns are due. Man, shut up. He sends some folks with guns to come round your ass up. You're out of here. The Constitution is not going to save you. You're not going to be able to hide behind that. His intentions are to do what if he intends to do something, no one can stop him. He made sure that he surrounded himself with sycophants that are going to back his every move, no matter what it is. Just understand that. I'm only saying this so you can understand how real it might get and how prepared you better be and how you better play this game for the next 4 years. And just so you don't get caught lacking by surprise because you didn't think it is what it is. Definitely don't think that some of these white supremacists aren't very emboldened right now. Some of the things that I've seen on Twitter, some of the back and forth, the people on Twitter, some of these white supremacist trolls. I'm just saying. I'm not saying be scared. I'm saying be prepared. It's going to get bumpy. And some of the policies that he's going to put in, I know it's only like day 2 or 3, but you could expect some of these policies are not going to do good for us. And when I say us, I mean like working class. I don't just mean us like FBA. I mean like he's not for the working class. He wasn't the first time. Like you guys, some of y'all got it twisted. Like I've heard the arguments. Oh, the last 4 years is terrible, man. When Trump was in office, it was great. There was nothing wrong. Bullshit, man. We had people bodies stacked up in the back of truck trailers. What are you talking about, man? Everything was shut down. People weren't working. Let's just be real. Millions of people died. Shut down. Couldn't move around. It wasn't great. And it's going to be worse, but just not for the same reason. The policies that he put in place then weren't helpful. He gave the biggest tax. Like, let's just be clear about something, man. I'm only saying this to put it all in perspective, just so people don't get it twisted. Yeah, we might celebrate Trump for different reasons, not because we think he's gonna do something. It's only to say nah in the face of the Democrats. It's not because we really think, there are gonna be some things Trump's gonna do that's gonna be cool. But all that, now let's go ahead and be real about it, since the Democrats were too weak to say it, and the MSNBCs and stuff were too weak to say it, and people didn't understand it, so they didn't know how to combat it, which is half the reason why they lost, because they didn't know how to stick to any kind of message and pump the truth and pump their truth as hard as the Republicans pump their bullshit, if we're going to be real. But all that inflation people talk about, listen, since I studied crypto and Bitcoin, I've learned a lot about economics. More than I learned in college, more than I've ever learned, I've learned just because of understanding Bitcoin. When Trump was in office, he printed up $8.4 trillion, twice as much as Biden. Then he gave a tax cut to the rich, which also costed $2 trillion to the middle class. That causes inflation, hyperinflation, superinflation, prices to go up. The dollar value to plummet. Now, doing these things didn't all affect right away. It didn't take effect right away. The trillions that was given to the banks and to the corporations, you know, those trillions of dollars from the stimulus, 90% of that went to corporations. Not in our hands. That little 1,200, whatever, that wasn't shit. But printing all that means that hyperinflation has to follow. Now it's not going to follow. Now, if he would have gave 80% to the public, to us, if he would have been like, okay, y'all, 10,000 up front, y'all gonna get 1,500 every month until this pandemic is over. Inflation wouldn't have hit like that because people would have been spending money. But he gave it to the rich people who just hoarded it and invested it in their own stock buyback programs. So it depleted the economy. But you don't see the effects of that right away. So the effects started slowly coming the more he got closer to out of office, and then it hit full-fledged when Biden took. So it looked like it's Biden's fault for all this shit. I'm not saying Biden was cool. I'm just being honest with you. All that inflation and prices going up, it wasn't Biden, it was Trump. And he's making the kind of moves right now, or speaking about the kind of moves with the tariffs that's going to cause the same thing. So I'm saying buckle up. Prices will go up. Trump is not really a labor-friendly guy, so hopefully you're in a union like me and you'll be protected, because he don't give a fuck about shitting on workers. He said this himself. Oh, I like to fire him. I don't want to give him overtime. I'd rather... Yeah. Right? This is what we're dealing with. I'm just saying this so you'll know how to play the game. It's going to get cutthroat. But this is Trump's net worth, $57 billion, because of his coin that he just launched the other day. So all the wealth that he's had his whole life, right here, these different assets, and then of course that stock that he started with his company just a few years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. All of that eclipsed by one hustle. Do you think this is the only hustle he has? You don't think he has anything else he's going to be doing? Any kind of shenanigans? That's going to be, on the backs of the working class? You don't think Elon Musk got some grifting to do? You don't think Ramaswamy or anybody else, or any of these other billionaires that are up there, has any chicanery to do? They didn't get put in those positions for nothing. They didn't donate all the money they did to make sure he got in office for nothing. Just understand that.
About this currency, take a listen.
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
This nigga is lying. Listen, you don't make a cryptocurrency or have one made in your name and you don't know where it's at. I can tell you this as somebody who holds crypto. I check my crypto portfolio several times a day. We all do. If you mess around with crypto, you check the prices one way or another several times a day. You always like to know kind of what's going on with it. He knows how much money he's made. He knows. His sons are running the game. You don't think he's talking to his sons like, yo, where are we at? Well, I just took out 10 billion, Dad. They know. What's the price right now? It's $37, Dad. What's the market cap? 7 billion. They know. He knows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, just understand you're dealing with a con. Let's just It is what it is. But just know it, so that way you know how to maneuver. That's all I'm saying.
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
Minimize it, undermine it, slippery. Like it. Look at that smile, man. The president looks happy as a mother. Look at Mr. Prez, man. He's happy, dog. That is a genuine smile right there. You don't see Trump smile that much. And when he does, it's usually cap. I could promise you, this smile right here, nigga, this smile, that smile right there, that is a genuine smile. That is a smile like, yes, I cleaned the fuck up. That's what that smile right there. He's Gucci. He's Gucci, man. Coolio. Cool in the gang. He's in there. He's in there. Let's go ahead and check out some other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Trump right now. He's just feeling good. Feeling real good. Feeling real nice right now, man. I'm good. Let's get to this. This is Fortune.com. Trump's 80% stake in his meme coin. Listen, this is not a hit piece on Trump. I'm not saying I hate Trump. I like Trump. I like Trump. He's hilarious. He's entertaining. He's a good troll. He's fun to watch. I don't like him necessarily for presidential reasons because he's a con artist. They all are, but you know. But I'm just saying, like, if you have the right mentality and the right information and the right skills and the right knowledge, then you can maneuver financially and be okay during the Trump presidency. Financially is one thing, though. There's other elements of okay that you better make sure you secure during this next 4 years. Some of it's going to be defense-wise. Some of it's going to be networking and making sure that you have the proper social connections, relationships. When things get sticky, if they get sticky. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of different levels to this. But anyway, Trump's 80% stake in this meme coin is a huge red flag for investors because of potential rug pull that could rocket the president's net worth. A rug pull, in case you don't know, in finances means when a stock or a coin or some type of investment opportunity is presented, and especially when the one person owns 80%, they can pull the whole thing out. They could pull the rug out. They could do a bank run. So all the 10%, remember, only 10% of those coins are for the public. 80% is for him, 10% is for liquidity. Another way he makes money in a way that makes sure that it could be traded in the first place. You have to put the liquidity up. And that's something that actually you can do. You can actually put liquidity in trading pairs for different coins. That's a whole different subject that's going to go over people's heads. But anyway, so what they're saying is like, yo, the people who put that 50 billion in it the first couple of days when the coin dropped, well, the rug pull, the soft rug pull, was all the cronies selling off large sums and liquidating it and bringing that value from 50 billion to 7 billion. That means they pulled 43 billion out the game. Now, of course, some of the people who invested in it, who were smart, who know what they're doing, pop your collar to dizzle. Yeah, you might have put in a few hundred and they turned it into whatever, and got out the game. But most of it was this 80%, which is Trump. That's all I'm saying. And that was the purpose. President Donald Trump launched his meme coin, $Trump. That's the ticker. It's on Solana. If you're interested, you can get, you can actually get this coin. Days before his inauguration, if affiliates of the Trump organization, which owns 80% of the coin, that's diabolical if you understand tokenomics in the crypto game. You would never, listen, the last thing you should ever do is invest in a project where 80% of the coin is owned by one or a few wallets, because that means they can pull it anytime. That means you're at their mercy of pulling it. Anytime it pumps up enough where they feel like they want to liquidate, they can. And then they'll just bring the value down. Then you got to wait for it build back up. And then they'll just pull it again. Anyway, 80% suddenly sell their shares. If affiliates of the Trump organization, which owns 80% of the coin, suddenly sells their shares, it would pad the president's pocket at the expense of investors, finance professor Leonard Kastovetsky told Fortune. President Trump's launch of his meme coin, Trump, last week made him a crypto billionaire nearly overnight. But should CIC Digital, an affiliate of Trump Organization and CIC co-own Fight LLC, decide to sell their 80% stake of the token, it would skyrocket Trump's wealth and pull the rug out from investors, one financial expert says. And he's doing that. He's going to pull that rug hard. But according to him, I think he wants to ride this out through his whole presidency. So it goes up 50 billion. He pulls out 43. Now it's at 7. Then over time, it'll go up to more. He'll pull it. He'll just keep, doing that. People will keep investing, and the cycle will go on. And the only thing that's consistent about it is he's going to continuously pull this rug. This is why I'm saying, like, at the end of the game, he's going to be worth a few $100 billion just from this alone. So the Trump Organization, the entity under which the family conducts business, released an ethics agreement preventing Trump from participating in day-to-day business activities during his presidency. Doesn't matter, his sons are doing it at his behalf. Right? Yeah, no, I'm not going to run the business. My sons are. How's the son's going to run the business? Exactly how the fuck I say you're going to run the business. Duh. Yeah, that account that you're going to put the money in, that's not my account. Hell yeah, it's my account. If you touch it, yo, it's up, Donald. It's up, Donald Jr. It's up, Eric. You best believe that. The president's effective stake in the coin has raised concerns about conflict of interest and the legitimacy of cryptocurrency. Trump promised to reinforce during his second term, but chief amongst the worries is that the Trump Organization's prominent ownership would mean for investors if Trump were to suddenly cash out. He's going to do it. He's already done it. He's going to continue to do it. He does not care about his supporters. This is a money grab. That's all it is. Matter of fact, I don't believe, on the website, he even says, hey, you can't sue, nothing like that. This is just for fun. This is not about you trying to make money. It's not a security. This is just you saying you want to support me, basically. In terms of investors, of course, that's a huge red flag. All of these meme coins don't really have any value beyond what other people are willing to pay. Yes, all of these meme coins they don't have utility. They're just they're built on hype. Bitcoin's different, even though there's a lot of speculative aspect to it, but there's way more. I can go deeper, and I will at a different time. Ethereum's different, a lot of utility there. Tezos and Chainlinks. There's a lot of coins that actually have utility, actually have a purpose. They actually conduct business in ways that actually make things more efficient, that actually add value. Meme coins are just somebody's making a coin saying, hey, have some fun, everybody buy it, we're going to trade it, and if you time it right, you'll make money. And it's just, we have crypto and it's going to be fun. And then you got the scam coins, which they promise you these different things that they're never going to do, and blah, incorporated with multi-level marketing schemes. And exposing one of these schemes is actually why my first crypto channel was taken down. I actually tried to get at Ben X because he started promoting it and blah blah blah. But anyway, that they took my channel down. They ended up getting it taken down before they ended up getting all indicted. Well, I wasn't wrong about exposing them. And the reason why I was exposing them, it's called carrot bars, in case you want to know, is because they disproportionately targeted our people. So there are a lot of scams within the crypto game. This is why you have to understand the fundamentals so you don't get caught up. But understand there's a lot of legitimate things that are very necessary that you really do need to know that's going on in blockchain. The risk of a rug pull. The Stavetsky said the fact that Trump Organization was willing to introduce meme coins of other family members. Yeah, he dropped one. It liquidated. As soon as it liquidated, Melania's coin dropped. So a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, when Melania's coin dropped, it made his dip. No, that was timed. Okay, we're going to pull this one. Now we got this. Now Melania, drop yours. Hopefully that will bubble, but people don't like her like they like him, so it didn't do as well. But yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just blatant. They're not even really hiding it. He doesn't have to hide it too much anymore. All he has to do is maintain the optical integrity with his followers, his base, so they don't turn on him. But now it's pretty much too late for them to turn on him because he's already in office. What are you going to do that to him now? Say you're not going to vote for him again? You don't like him? There's already some idea that they're going to want to monetize this. They're going to want to, as quickly as possible, get as much money out of this as possible. That's what they did. within 2 days, they liquidated almost 50 billion out of the game. That's just what they did. And then to make it worse or better for Trump, they're already talking about making an ETF. I'm not going to get into that because this is not a financial channel. And it's going to go over some people's head. But basically, they're just looking to take it to Wall Street, if you want to just make it easy to understand. Now he wants to take his coin to Wall Street. They've already filed for the proper licensing to make his meme coin, which is already on the crypto blockchain. Now he wants to take it on Wall Street as well. This guy is savage. He's a savage, dog. You can't even be mad at him. Just understand how he plays the game. This is why I'm saying, like, yo, y'all need to learn some of this stuff. Not so you could all try to make money off this meme coin. You would have been able to, though. I don't recommend you try, though. But I'm just saying, just because, like, understand how much money these crypto billionaires gave Trump. He is going to do some things that's going to be good for the crypto industry, despite he's going to milk it for a couple $100 billion for himself on a Ponzi scheme, meme coin scam, rug pull situation. He is going to do that. He is doing that. He's already did that. He's going to continue doing that. But some of the things he's going to do is going to be beneficial for crypto. When I say beneficial for crypto, I mean it's going to be beneficial because it's going to innovate how we do business financially and economically. And a lot of the things that blockchain offers would benefit people like us FBAs. Like, there are so many multitudes of ways, which I am going to get into later, that we could collectively benefit to pull our money and get things done, and individually. Like, there, you know what I'm saying? There's real, like, it's a double-edged sword. There's one side of the sword that we can cut our way and clear a path. There's another one where we can cut ourselves. And the difference is what you know. Really, that's the difference. So he is going to he's going to do some things that's going to be good. But in the midst of doing that and on his path to doing that, and really initially what he's going to do is what he's just did, which is, you know what I'm saying, danced his way. He did the Trump shuffle to $57 billion on the expense of his followers. And don't get it twisted. Some of that $57 billion that got liquidated, it wasn't just like people putting the money up. It wasn't just like blue collar, regular retail investors. It was also like people trying to curry favors, different governments, perhaps their way of buying their favor. Like, hey, look, I just bought 15 million. Here's the screenshot of me doing a transaction. You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of stuff like that can go on as well. But anyway, where are we at, man? Shit, browser lost. Goddamn. Where was that? Anyway, that's it, y'all. More later on this. If you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I noticed that I've been actually getting more subscribers, even though I ain't been live for a minute. This is the first one of 2025. I do have a lot of other things I want to get off my chest and lace the people with. Shout out to Frontline Black News. Shout out to Shabaka's Black Experience. Shout out to all the independent, what? What are you talking about? Independent new black media platforms. Be one.